Right, just on the two shorts. Moving on with Ren, we got Ren, Vincent's Tale, self-portrait. What else have we got here on his channel? Then we've got who's Ren featuring the Skinner brothers. We've got 3 of those videos to do. Okay, so we're gonna have to check them out shortly as well. Then that takes us up to date with what Ren's putting out recently. And then I can go back and do his older albums because I was working through Freckled Angel's album, which was really, really good. So this is Ren's Vincent's Tale. Self-portrait. Do we know who Vincent is? I can't remember. I'm not sure. But let's find out, I guess.
Lady love to change the night of falling down by the Mississippi shore. And for you my lonely heart is calling.
He's paying for his drinks.
Each night I love you more and more.
Go back.
Day and night I seem to dream about you. I sing to you, I sing to you. Bless your heart, I just can't live without.
This is like something out of Peaky Blinders.
So come out and meet me, honey, do.
Oh, see the blood splatters there. The Druid's Head. Ah, okay. So, just sorry to start 47 seconds in, or stop 47 seconds in, but Druid's Head, this is a pub in Brighton. And, oh, you can't see my cursor on the screen. But just the arches just to the right-hand side of the screen, there used to be a really cool a ticket shop in there where you could buy tickets for loads of gigs. And just off screen, just where the lamppost is, there's a really nice Italian called Donatello's, if you're ever in the area. Really great pizza place. I obviously live around this area. Really nice. This connects with me so much when I see places I know. Oh, that's the Vincent guy. Oh, there's Donatello's all lit up. Oh, I love this. The bard.
Come on, let's have it, you miserable prick. I will do what I want, I will drink till I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick of the same boring songs. I am sick of these pavements I find myself on. Great Britain, I hate you all. Say that with pride, it's my right to be violent when you fed me lies. I'm a rotter, a menace when I want to be, and I've worked for that right because nothing comes free. I have slaved all my life in the dull 9 to 5. I just rinse and repeat while I'm barely alive. Great Britain, I loathe you with murderous glee. I will do to this country what you've done to me. Destroy.
Right, let's just, I have to pause it. Fair use and all of that. I know Red is very supportive of reactors, but still, let's not take the piss with playing the whole thing all the way through in it. Potentially becoming a substitute for the original, although I'm sure it won't be. No one's going to come to my channel to watch it, so obviously watch at Red's channel. But nonetheless, let's respect the artist. So first of all, love the fact it's in Brighton. Very a place very close to my heart, obviously living so close. So first of all, loving the fact that it's set in Brighton, obviously, because I can relate to all of the places that he's walking down, like here down the lanes. Some real interesting lyrics and some that I think resonate with me. So this channel is Off the Script Therapy. So no, it's not. That's my other channel. That's my TV and movie reaction channel. Go and check that out. But this channel is Off the Record Therapy. And it's therapy in the sense that for me, watching reactions, not watching reactions, watching content is very therapeutic for me, especially songs that artists like Ren put out. And also, I think it's quite usual for people to find watching reactions therapeutic, and then we connect over that. So this is what's coming up for me. I'm making that clarification there of this is obviously my experience of listening to this song. But Ren was talking there about some perhaps social political themes there that I think do resonate with me. Now, I'm always very cautious on this channel about talking about political views because I don't want that to be the main theme of the channel. And I'm not here to sell people in any kind of ideology or anything. That's not my thing. I just want to talk about my experience of this track. But including the song, Ren is been at the pub, he's been drinking, he comes, he snatches Vincent's guitar, starts singing in a an inebriated way, you know. So we get lyrics like "I'll do what I want, I'll drink until I'm sick," which kind of gives us that idea of, you know, self-destructive autonomy. But interestingly, it also seems to give a sense of control. You know, I'll do what I want, even though it's can be rather harmful. You know, I'm sick of the same boring songs. It just speaks to kind of boredom and maybe a bit of irritation there with it. Sick of these pavements I find myself on, so just sick of being caught in the same kind of loop. Great Britain, I hate you, but I say that with pride. I mean, what a great line. And it goes on. So Great Britain, I hate you, I say that with pride. It's my right to be violent. You fed me lies. So there's this rationalization of aggression as justice for what he's saying about Great Britain, I hate you. And knowing some of Ren's themes before, this is probably through false promises of equality or something along those lines. What else is he saying? There's things here like I've worked for that right. I'm a rotter, a menace when I want to be. I've worked for that right because nothing comes free. It's like that, you know, I work, but I get nothing. So some kind of commentary there on kind of capitalism, but that right of being a rotter, a menace is giving some kind of justification of that behavior, isn't it? Like he's earned that behavior through some form of suffering, which I think is what he's trying to get at. You know, I've slaved all my life in a dull 9 to 5. It's like, where has that got me? It's got me depressed and it's got me burnt out. Almost like some form of existential fatigue from repetitive labor. Rinse and repeat while barely alive. Yeah, same thing. That loop, that autopilot existence. Great Britain, I loathe you with murderous glee. I mean, you can hear that kind of rage coming through, can't you? You know, I'll do to this country what it did to me. That desire for vengeance. Is that where we got up to? I think so. Let's play a bit more out. This is actually, this video looks like it's in 3 chapters as well. Okay. So let me just go back a bit. It's just stolen their flag, isn't it? I love the way that descends.
I want to tear apart these buildings from the cinder blocks they stand. Leave this town in dust and rubble. Make some trouble with my hands. I won't lie, I'm fucking wasted. But I wasted all my youth, and I've stayed so damn complacent. Getting wasted is my truth. So my style of self-expression is a fist into the gut. It's throwing up upon these pavements. Shut your fucking mouth, you slut. Banished angel, I am Lucifer. Might reign like Genghis Khan.
Oh, look at those eyes.
Know my name. I am the storm after the calm.
Oh, we've heard that before.
The victim list, the pill that
Identify
makes
Ren?
you sick. I am chaos incarnate. Let's fucking have it then, you prick! Now the rules of the street fight are simple. It's pretty much anything goes. Keeping the street pretty firm on your feet. It pays to be sweet on your toes.
Can I have a fight with this guy in the background?
Falling for clumsy mistakes. Late to react, cop the fist to the face. Now the rules of the street fight are simple. Break that little prick's nose. throw a punch, you swallow it, follow it, grab the collar, quick hollow tip like karate kick, martial art master, spark a bitch, park a fist on the landing, strip carnage, it finds the cartilage, karma serve like a carbonated cola on the crucifix, kill. Vincent wanna kill, who blood gets spilled, move double that rude boy, kill or be killed. Do it for the fun, blood, do it for the thrill. Blue lights, boy, run, blue lights, boy,
no.
chill.
It's the Rosings. It's just glassed it. Legging it. I'm thinking whether I should pause it. We've still got 3 minutes left. That seems like another appropriate place to pause. I love the way that section started with that prolonged destroy, probably setting up what is about to happen. You know, I want to tear apart these buildings from the cinder blocks they stand. So I just want to dismantle everything. You know, just erase the oppressive structures that stand. You know, leave this town in dust and rubble. Make some trouble with my hands. So, you know, that kind of hands giving a purpose, you know, doing something actionable. I won't lie, I'm wasted. I wasted all my youth. So, obviously, some regret, bitterness there, some awareness of lost potential, maybe. I stay complacent. Getting wasted is my truth. It's like just kind of acceptance of how shit things are and that I have to get wasted in order to deal with them. My style of expression is a fist into the gut. Wow. It's like, you know, my style of expression is violence. You know, I don't express myself through talking. I don't express myself through art. I express myself through violence. And then there's that really interesting bit where did he walk into someone and he turns around and says, "Shut your mouth, you slut." But it feels like there's something there around this idea of destroy and hatred being placed onto a couple who are just trying to go about their day, just minding their own business, probably just trying to get on with their lives. Banished angel, I am Lucifer. So it sounds like I can never remember the fallen angel story, but he's referring him to himself as Lucifer. Soon you all know my name. I'm the calm after the storm. Oh, I am. No, that's not right, is it? Soon you all know my name. I am the storm after the calm. That's backwards, isn't it? I'm the storm after the calm. Wow, I really like that. I am the victim. I am the victim of the victim. Ren's wordplay is just, it really makes you think, doesn't it? I'm the victim of the victimless, the pill that makes you sick. I'm the victim. I am the victim of the victimless. I mean, that sounds quite paradoxical, is it? If there's is it victimless, how can you be a victim? But it sounds like that this is like society saying, well, there aren't any victims. We're victimless, but yet he's still a victim. Does that make sense? It's like the invisibility of victims. I think. Maybe I've just not made much sense there. And then he gets into this fight. The rules of the street fight are simple. Like as if the I thought, you know, the rules would be there aren't any rules. Well, I guess he says because he goes. I guess that's right because he says it's pretty much anything goes. But that's surely the street fight is some kind of metaphor for just life in general. Like there aren't actually any rules when it comes to it, or maybe not rules for people at the top anyway. They just do what they fucking want. Um, you know, survival, getting rich, getting power, kind of overrides all kind of ethics and morals. What else have we got? I don't want to read all the lines. I'll be here all day, and people don't like it when I do line by line. So we've got this whole part about this fight. And then we get kill Vincent wanna kill, who blood gets spilled. It just sounds like some kind of monster, doesn't it? Kill Vincent wanna kill. And then we have the arrival of the police. Blue lights boy, run, blue lights boy, chill. Blue lights boy, run, Blue lights, boy, chill, run, chill. That sounds like a fight or flight response, doesn't it? Well, no, fight, flight, freeze. Fight or flight being run, chill being maybe a freeze response in there. Okay, so we've got. I'm guessing is Ren Vincent in this? Like that? Yeah, I've got that right, haven't I? So we're seeing this. So Ren, so he's running. He's just broken someone's nose. He's glassed him, I think, as well. He's running. Let's just play this out now. I don't want to stop it again. So I would have stopped it twice, I think, for commentary. Oh, that guitar playing's just exquisite, isn't it?
So it goes in the absence of the light.
What a voice!
The devil sows a seed in either mind. Vincent was shaken, run from the law, hide from the bacon, crouch on the floor. The cook to omit him, hate the wolf spits on him, rapes him, hits him, kicks him when he's down, and that shapes him. He hears the sound of a copper, hot up on his tail proper, Vincent off his rocker. Bothered by the lie that Britain sold him, what a shocker. Where greedy eat the poor, a holy war, the chosen prosper. But some are never chosen, they stay frozen in the locker. Destined to survive in 9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. A brand new show on Netflix to distract you from the horror, and swallow all your morals for a retweet or a follow, and shadow ban the problem man, a soul for $1, and keep the fight amongst yourself. Don't think about the squalor. The systems don't impose it or the rules that we all honor. And fuck it, Vincent cooked to boiling point, he's cannon fodder. So what's the use in running? He's already in the locker. He's careless with his actions now, a clumsy motherfucker. He turned to face his fate, cause fate's a bitch and none will stop her. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3". Was his first day back at work after a time of absent leave. Working London on the night shift, what he didn't think he'd see was our boy with a guitar, bruised and battered on his knees. But Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past. Not so quick to find a trigger, not so fast. But Richard was a righteous man who lived inside the law. So he leapt upon poor Vincent and he cuffed him to the floor.
Oh. So Vincent's been got. Oh, there's more to it. I tell you what I really liked at the end there, just while I remember. That boom 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 blue. It's like a come on then. We're going. Right, let me find some words for that last bit, because that sounded pretty cool. And it was too quick for me to keep up with. So yeah, Vincent was shaken, run from the law. Obviously, physiological reaction, flight. Hide from the bacon, pigs, police, yeah, crouch on the floor. Then we have this, well spits on him, hits him, kicks him when he's down, and that shapes it. So it sounds like there's a bit of like learned helplessness there. Vincent's off his rocker, bothered by the lie that Britain sold him. So again, these kind of feelings of betrayal coming up, and I wonder if how much that is physicalized by the police. Where greedy eat the poor, a holy war, the chosen prosper. So again, this message of inequality, but some are never chosen. They stay frozen locker. So the chosen prosper, but some are never chosen. They stay frozen in the locker. So some people just stuck. It's getting stuck in that loop again. That kind of lack of social mobility. You know, getting stuck in poverty, where we see things like moving forward, we see opportunities as being gate kept, I guess. You know, destined to survive in 9 to 5, watch the clock. So that just life reduced to just working a 9 to 5 in a, you know, that kind of capitalist labor again. Don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. And I smile when I say that, because when I was growing up, I don't think it exists anymore. And I grew up, see, around the Brighton area. There was a shop called the Happy Shopper, and it was really mega cheap. And there's always this joke about happy shopper beans, like that's what you eat if you're poor. Well, it wasn't really a joke, but it was a reference to being poor if you ate happy shopper beans, because they were just dirt cheap. But it's like that. Don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. Just don't think about it. Just remain poor. Just remain under control. You know, a brand new show on Netflix to distract you from the horror. You know, you don't need to know what's happening in the real world. Just sit and watch a show and this, and keep the fight amongst yourself. Don't think about the squalor. You know, that manufactured division. So we're all fighting each other instead of, you know, people at the top, the people who really have control. You know, Vincent cooked to boiling point, he's cannon fodder. You know, he's reached his breaking point. So what's the use in running? He's already in the locker. Again, there's that learned helplessness. You know, he could physically run from Richard here, but the reality is that he's always running from something, and he can't run from it because this structure of this society just always ends up trapping you. You can't run from it. You can't escape from it. So you might as well just give up. And that's pretty much what he does here. Well, then we see not Vincent, we see Richard turn up. I wondered how, if he was going to fit into this story somehow. And it says something about his past, didn't it? I wonder if this is Richard's first day, if it's straight after that short, or whether this is, I don't know, sometime afterwards. You know, Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past. So it just shows, I mean, tormented by his past. So he's not, I mean, you don't get over what he did, do you really? But he's tormented by it. You know, that is a heavy word, tormented. You know, he still has that kind of moral weight and trauma on him. And I can't help but think if there's something here around how sometimes organizations like the police and the ambulance service and places like that kind of have this expectancy of people still fulfilling their roles, but without empathy of what they've experienced in those roles. If that makes sense. But Richard's not so quick to find a trigger as we know he did before. So it's interesting, this, isn't it? Because if he had found, I mean, he didn't have to there, because although Vincent looked like a bit of a threat, he didn't have any weapons. He was kind of just standing in front of him. But if Richard had found himself in a situation where there was a genuine threat with a weapon, where Richard's had to defend his life, would he still have hesitated? Would it have reactivated what came up for him before? Would that have put him into a freeze response, maybe? Who knows? We don't know. We can only speculate. So he leapt upon poor Vincent and he cuffed him to the floor. So we see Vincent being arrested by Richard. And there we have it. Oh, there was that like over 7 minutes. It went like that. It went like that. Just mastery, songwriting, mastery, cinematics, mastery, performance. Heart. If you haven't seen in my reactions recently, I like to try to summarize with this heart, head, hands idea. So, what do I feel emotionally in my heart when I listen to this? I hear a lot of pain in the song, pain and rage about a system that is broken and what it produces. And that really resonates with me, partly because I hear the same pain, I hear the same anger in clients that I speak with when I'm having conversations with them about the problem not being within them, but the problem being systemic. Now, for example, when people come with problems, but those problems are based around poverty, which is impacting their mental health. But sometimes society or structural forces can try to position the problem like it's in them, it's their problem, it's their fault they're in this, where actually it's systemic. So I can feel that frustration coming up. Obviously, it's in Brighton, that connects with me. Obviously, there's lots about being kind of British in there, that kind of resonates with me. I feel the frustration building myself when I listen to this, because I can see these patterns and these loops that Brent's talking about. My head. So this is kind of, what do I think about it? How do I cognitively frame this? How do I rationalize or intellectualize it? It feels like it's a social, political diagnosis almost. It argues that structural and systemic neglect leads to these kind of frustrations and violence, which in turn leads to more kind of oppression. and more control over kind of people at the bottom. And then that makes them more frustrated and more angry. And then they either fight to get out of it, or they go into a freeze response, which is the just watch your Netflix type response. And hands. So we've done heart, we've done head, hands. Practically, what do I take away? Practically, what can we do? And I think this is where practically we can put our energy into social connection. We can put our energy into trying to head towards structural change. So, doing things at more of a community level to look out for each other. I don't know how much change it will realistically make, but, in general terms, but in terms of people's everyday lives, that can make a really, really big difference. There we have it. There we have it. Ren, Vincent's tale, self-portrait. More of Vincent to come by the sound of it. I'm looking forward to that. And then looking at his channel, we've got Skinner Brothers. So the story goes: Skinner Brothers Control Delete, Skinner Brothers Truth or Dare. So we'll check them out at some point soon. That's if people want me to. Your threshold for Ren shifts, doesn't it? Because that's like that song's just amazing. But it's like, yeah, it's Ren. It's Ren. It's classic Ren. That's what you expect. It's Ren. So leave it there. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Goodbye.